Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday, the 20th of April, comes to you from London. Dollar steadied after big falls yesterday, but we are short-term bearish, coming back right on support here on the daily cloud chart. Remembering this is my weekly cloud, daily, and 60-minute long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market. Below the cloud we're bearish, above the cloud we're bullish, basically, with the corresponding point and figure target. So dollar is just experiencing some short-term bearishness, which means that euro dollar is rising. Again, we are hitting cloud resistance, so it will be interesting to see whether we can break that. But for the moment, it's all about dollar weakness. Looking at sterling, we're sitting at 139.82 against that weaker dollar. So sterling gaining there, and against the euro 115.88. So we've seen a gain as well in recent days as well. So still bullish on all three time frames against the euro. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we are sitting at 54,700. So we've come back quite a bit this week, having nudged the 65,000 level. So we're just seeing Bitcoin in short-term bearish mode, but long-term bullish, of course. Looking at the S&P 500 index, we're down 0.5% yesterday. Still bullish on all three time frames and upside targets. And if we look at the Nasdaq, that was actually down yesterday. So tech stocks still not managing to do as well as the main market. The futures are flat this morning, just slightly up on the S&P, and the same on the Nasdaq. So no big changes there. The VIX volatility ticked up above 18 yesterday, but really no cause for concerns here. The FTSE future in the UK is down 0.4% this morning, and the DAX in Germany down 0.2%, but we are still bullish on all three timeframes with good upside targets. The CAC Quarante down 0.2%. Japan was down 1.5%, so falling away there. The Hang Seng is slightly up, and Chinese market slightly down, so no big changes there. India just slightly up, having had big falls off the back of the coronavirus stats. The Aussie market down 2/3 of a percent. So looking at the gold chart, we are bullish on the short term, medium term still bearish, but really coming back. And if we look at the long term chart, we might just be finding support here. This double bottom in gold is rather encouraging, provided we can hold that. Looks like a recovery in the yellow metal. Silver sitting at 25.88, having been above 26 yesterday. Copper continues to push higher, up to 425 now ton, so that's looking really strong. And if we look at 10-year yields, rising quite strongly over the last 24 hours, back above the 160 level. 167, 169 are our next levels. We've got a downside target not activated and an upside target activated, so that's quite interesting. And the 30-year yield also up just 1% this morning. Looking at the energy mix quickly, we've got Brent crude up 1.4%, looking stronger, breaking out of that pattern, and we've got good upside targets, so that's looking good. WTI breaking that range as well, just pushing higher, really just running up this cloud for support at the moment. US nat gas falling back to 274, so that's just a slight fall back in price, but really the trend is still pretty good on the short term. Coal had a big jump last week, just pulling back now at the moment. We have got a downside target on coal. Keep an eye on your 1 minute targets. And emissions just couldn't quite break that 45 euro mark. So that's really the resistance. We see a couple of attempts on the daily chart there. So that 45 euro mark is the price to watch. We've got a downside target to 42.07 if we go lower than 43.80. Gas is down this morning. MBP is down lower, and TTF down 1.5%. We did post on LinkedIn yesterday global gas prices. We see TTF is really the main performer at the moment. LNG in the middle there, MBP and US gas underperforming. These charts are all normalized to MMBTU dollars, so we're seeing like with like. Taking a look at German power, that's pulling back this morning as well. Just really most things in the energy mix stuck in the doldrums. 58 is the level to break there. 58.30 was the high that we saw at the beginning of the month. Once we break that 58.30 level, we should run to the next levels higher. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.